So if you saw me at the flea market this past weekend, you might have picked up this CD, which is Volume 1. Let me just go ahead and show you that now. And if you read the top part of it, yep, I am starting a record label. Not a big one, I will say right now. I don't know how big it'll be, but for the moment, it is basically a way to get a lot of, like, firstmost, I want to be able to put my music out, like, more officially and get it into stores, like local record stores, or just even at the flea market have, like, stuff set up for my stuff. It's a way for me to, like, do that, since it's like, if you know my music, you know what it is. But also, it is also another way for maybe a lot of digital stuff to be able to be put onto physical media for people that want to have, like, physical copies. Because I know there's the beef between digital and physical media is a very big thing. So, yeah, I kind of wanted to not really squash, like, how digital media is bad, because I think digital media is good. Like, streaming and all that stuff. I love streaming. And it's a reason that I found out about a shit ton of stuff that I love now. A lot of music that I would not have heard of otherwise. Whether that be it was 30-something years ago, or if it was on the other side of the country. Like, there's stuff that I would not have found out if I had never been streaming. So the reason I'm making this, for one, I want to be able to put my stuff out on a label and kind of just have it run like that, instead of doing self-release, just because I think it's cool. Two, it's to get a lot of obscure, rare, hard to find, or very expensive otherwise albums, whether they be on CD, whether they be on cassette, whether they be on vinyl, no matter what. I want to be able to get these kinds of albums, or even EPs, even singles. I want to be able to do something to be able to give back to people who really want these, like, this music in their collection, but either don't have the money to spend sometimes $50 to $100 on a vinyl, or like $20 to $40 for a CD with like 5 songs. Like, obviously for now it will be CD based, just because for me that is the cheapest option to get the ball rolling. I do want to go into cassette and maybe vinyl at some point, but main thing right now is CDs, just because I can be able to pump them out, and the company I'm going through does not have a limit on how minimal it has to be. And actually, I want to show you one of the CDs that will never be available, just because it is my brother's band. I'm going to show you guys, but I cannot, like, this will not be released. They've already decided it will not. So, this is a scrapped EP where, here it is. And I'm going to cover up their names in the back, just because. So, this is how it looks, if I can do that. So the only reason we did CDs of this one is because the one guy ended up passing away. So they wanted to do something that's like I wanted to do something just to kind of have them have this. And this is the disc. So this is the company I am actually going through with this, where it's like, that is a great card sleeve. That is a great looking disc. I actually have a couple of my albums that I've shown off that have this kind of it's either card sleeve. They can do jewel cases, so I think it'll kind of depend on what album or single or whatever it is. If it's an album, I want to try to do jewel case. If it's an EP, maybe card sleeve. I don't know. So we'll just play it by ear, basically. But then also, there is a lot of other groups. There's a lot of cassettes. It's specifically cassettes and CDs now that I'm finding, where they are like private press or handmade or whatever, where there's like no explanation at all. And I'm actually going to show you one that I have not talked about yet. I've only heard a couple songs from it. My buddy, let me just double check something right now. My buddy, who is known as the artist Sodium Chloride, his album, I just want to shout it out now because it's kick-ass. His album Breathe Deeper just came out. Please go listen to it. It is awesome if you like very like relaxing music, basically. I love it. So I showed him this one. It is called Benoit. Found this at a garage sale for 50 cents. This came a couple hours away. Like, this is like 3 hours to 5 hours from me. So it's like, that's what it is. It's like, no idea what the fuck it is. It's a paper label. It's like everything's handmade. I cannot find any information on this. This is what needs to be pressed and released back into the public, because who the hell else would know about that? Or like, even this one. Old Mill Folk Rock Group from Maryland. Who the hell would know about that? So it's like, I love rare, obscure media and all that. So I feel like this is a great way that I can get these back into, like, I don't want to say consumers' hands, but that's kind of what I have to do. It's like, people who love music, who love to collect older music, who love to collect obscure music, even just of any genre. I want to be able to put it in their hands and give them, like, a piece of music. Now, I'm not going to do this illegally. It's not going to be a bootlegging thing. I'm going to try my damnedest, basically, to get hold of each of these artists to be like, hey, do I have, like, a blessing? Do I have something? And I'm obviously going to learn along the way. I've been doing research a ton, and I will still be researching, because I don't think you cannot stop researching. It's like everything's evolving, and you have to do that. So it's like a lot of the releases, aside from my stuff, will focus on private pressings, self-releases by bands, or even some defunct labels that were made for said bands. So that's what that will be like. And this one, this is volume 1. This features stuff from the Text File Editor project. It features stuff from, like, when I did music under, like, the channel name here and on YouTube. But it also features, music from an artist called Intense Loungewear, which he makes, like, noise-based, music, which is pretty cool. So it's just kind of a little bits and pieces from there, and it actually features an original song from my band 7 years ago. It is an instrumental, and I was actually able to remix it from the original audio files, which I think is crazy that I was able to do that. And when I mean original audio files, I mean we had a $30 mic, and I used Audacity to record it. The original mix is in Sony Vegas Pro 13, a video editing app. That just shows you how, like, crazy I got with that shit, because I didn't have money for a digital audio workshop, a DAW, or whatever they want to call it. So yeah, that will come out, and that one has a couple covers on it. This is what the CDs look like. It's just made from my, I burnt these ones myself. It's just this is a hand-run made limited of 25, and what I want to do, because this is a gripe I have with a lot of CDs and a lot of vinyl and even some cassettes, is how to tell them apart. Like, depending on what pressing, what variant you have, because some of them could be pressed at different pressing plants on the other side of the countries, and sometimes it's like very minute details that could be the difference between $1 and $100. And actually, I want to show you the one. This is actually one I'll talk about in a minute. So this one, this CD, there's two different variants of it. One has this kind of CD. The other one, it is green. So it's like, yeah, this is very odd stuff. So, on the back of every one, I'll show you right now. It says up here, second line, it says first run limited to 25 CDs. And when these 25 CDs are out, I will make a second run, and it will be labeled second run, and third and fourth, and so on and so forth. So then we'll go from there. So I just kind of wanted to give an update. I'll answer the question in a second. I see it. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring you. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to give that little update and let you guys know what's going on. The first release will be my album under the Text File Editor name, which you were just listening to. It's Wheatgrass and Gnome, A Journey 6 Feet Under. The one that was playing during that was Introduction to the End, and then check inventory. So this will be the first run. It will be a 25 CD limit, and they will be in local record shops, so I will let you know and keep you updated from there. So yeah, that's it on that one.